In this lesson, we'll be learning how to draw ray diagrams for convex mirrors and how to use the mirror equation and the magnification equation to describe the reflected image. And again, I've got chapters at the bottom of this video. Okay, I'm drawing out a convex mirror where this line is called the principal axis. The front side of the mirror is called the real side, and the back side of the mirror, or the rear side of the mirror, is called the virtual side. C represents the center of curvature for this convex mirror. So if we were to extend this mirror out, it would form a sphere, and C would be in the center of this sphere. F is the focal point, and it's always halfway between the center of curvature and the reflective surface of the mirror. So if the radius of the sphere, so the distance to point C, if that was 50 centimeters, then the focal length would be 25 centimeters. But because the focal point is behind the mirror, on the virtual side, the focal length would have a negative value, so negative 25 centimeters in this case. And this is just a convention we adopt for spherical mirrors. So negative values on the virtual side and positive values on the real side for measurements of distance. If we place an object in front of this mirror now, so on the real side, the distance from our object to the mirror's surface is represented by the variable p, and in other classes they may choose a different variable for this, a different letter of the alphabet, but it's still the same distance. Q represents the distance from the mirror's surface to the virtual image. And for convex mirrors, this image always forms behind the mirror. It's always a virtual image, no matter how close the object is to the convex mirror. Because our image is virtual, Q will always have a negative value. Any measurement done behind the mirror will have a negative value. And finally, there are two formulas you need to memorize, and you can use both of these formulas for concave mirrors and convex mirrors. So we have the mirror equation, which is 1 divided by the focal length is equal to 1 divided by the distance of the object to the mirror's surface plus 1 divided by the distance from the mirror's surface to the image. And we have the magnification equation, which is equal to negative q divided by p, or negative the distance from the mirror to the image divided by the distance from the object to the mirror. So let's see how we can use ray diagrams and use these formulas to answer an example problem involving convex mirrors. So we have an apple that is placed in front of our convex mirror, and it's at a distance of 100 centimeters from the mirror's surface. The focal length of this mirror is a negative 25 centimeters, or 25.0 centimeters. Our goal is to find the position and the magnification of the image of this apple. So first, we'll draw out a ray diagram of this situation here, and I'll explain each step along the way. So we can choose any point now on our object and trace out a horizontal line towards the mirror. And this is horizontal to the principal axis. The reflected ray will trace out a line as if it originated from the focal point. So that's our first ray. The second ray starts from the same point on the apple or on our object, but is directed towards the focal point. Now it never reaches the focal point because it gets reflected from the mirror. And when it gets reflected from the mirror, the reflected ray is horizontal to the principal axis. Now these reflected rays never converge on the real side of the mirror. But if we trace back these reflected rays on the virtual side, these lines do in fact converge. And where they converge is the point where the image of our apple forms. And because this forms on the virtual side, the image itself is virtual, and the image is also upright. So as opposed to being inverted or upside down. And from our ray diagram, we can also see that the virtual image is much smaller than our object. And in fact, this will always be the case for convex mirrors. The image will always be virtual, it will always face upright, and it will always appear smaller than the object itself to an observer. So let's use the mirror equation to find the exact location of our virtual image. So the mirror equation is 1 divided by the focal length is equal to 1 divided by p plus 1 divided by q. So the focal length is a negative 25 centimeters. The distance to the mirror from our object is a positive 100 centimeters. And we're trying to find out the distance to the virtual image, which is q. So 1 over q is equal to negative 0.05 centimeters to the minus 1. And if we invert this, we get a negative 20.0 centimeters to 3 significant figures. And this negative sign tells us that this image is virtual. If it had a positive value for the length, it would mean that the image is a real image. In other words, the image would be forming in front of the mirror rather than behind the mirror. So our image forms 20 centimeters behind the mirror. What about the magnification now of this image? Well, the magnification is equal to negative q divided by p. So we've got negative multiplied by negative 20 centimeters, and two negatives multiplied make a positive, divided by 100 centimeters. So we get a positive 0.200 for the magnification. The positive sign tells us that the image is upright. If we had a negative magnification, the image would be inverted. And because the magnification is less than 1, it means that the image is smaller than the object, as seen by the observer. So I hope this video has helped you. Do write in the comments below if you have any questions, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can.